Toastmaster Chair, fellow Toastmasters. The title is My Most Fervent Addiction. I am a bibliophile, a lover and an addict of books. My love of books and reading goes back to when I was very young. I remember as a child, I used to go into a library like this, and I used to take home armloads of books. And I also used to spend all my hard-earned allowance and babysitting money and newspaper delivery money on books as well. Some days, I could read as many as 4 Nancy Drew books. I could put one down and pick one up right away. And also, I would read Hardy Boys and Bobbsey Twins and Trixie Belden. I could, like I say, I could finish one in one breath and then just pick up another one right away. And even today, I can do that. I can toggle between books, or I can stop one, finish one, and start another one right away. Over the years, I have spent a fortune on books, and I could be driving very nice vehicles with what I've spent on books. I have often spent money on books and even not bought all my groceries because I was buying books. I did try and budget a few times. I would say, okay, I'm only going to spend $75 this month, but if I do that to myself, sure enough, within 3 days, I've spent $200, so I know better not to put that pressure on myself. My home has bookshelves from floor to ceiling. They're in every room in the house. Even my bathroom has a bunch of books in it, and sometimes I can hop in the bathtub and I will actually finish a novel before I get out of the tub, and the water will be cold. I've actually gotten rid of hundreds of books over the years as well. I have culled off books and started libraries in 2 First Nations communities. And also, I culled off 8 boxes of books. I gave them to a college, and they gave me a tax receipt for $2,600, which was fantastic. And it was particularly fantastic since some of the books I'd only spent 10 cents on at a garage sale. So I don't go anywhere without books, and I don't like to get stuck anywhere without a book. And even if I'm going away for a weekend and it's packed full of visiting and activities, I still need to have 5 to 7 books with me. And my former partner, he learned that it wasn't very smart to just reach over and grab my suitcase off the luggage carrier when I was coming home from the airport. And one time, I had been at a chapter sale in Vancouver and had 23 extra books stuffed into my suitcase. So my suitcases and my backpacks are always heavy with some kind of delicious reading in there. I love my books. Occasionally I tell myself to cull a few from the shelves, but unless it's a mindless novel, I rarely find ones I want to part with. My collection has over 2,000 books in it, and it's always a point of contention when I go to move with my family and friends, which is often. My book collection is completely eclectic, but it follows my passion for learning and growing over the years. Some of the topics include spirituality, health and natural healing, drumming, education, raising children, fishing, photography, environmentalism, self-development, financial, traveling, and I have over 500 books just on writing and art. Looking at my books and pulling them out to read or use is like hanging out with old friends to me. Often I've read books and they've changed me in a very profound way, or just helped me look at something in a new perspective. And sometimes books will actually change my life, as the book by Rachel Carson, Silent Spring, did. That was a book on environmentalism. 3 years ago, I had the honor of sitting with my grade 1 teacher in the last hour of her life. And it was such a blessing, and I got to tell her and thank her. Even though she was in a coma, I thanked her for teaching me how to read and write. And I explained to her how much reading and writing had impacted my life. And it was just a real blessing to be able to do that with someone that had such an impact on me. I'm addicted to books, and I plan on purchasing and reading books until I die. I will not be purchasing a Kindle or any other electronic device while I can still buy a book. I love the feel, I love the look, I love the ambiance of a book, and if they ever start a 12-step program for bibliophiles, I won't be attending.